Hello, it's me, Meoni, and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV. Today is pretty much like Christmas Day for me. I always love this feeling just before a patch when we get the juicy information sort of drip-fed to us in news articles and various updates to their websites. And today is basically exactly the same. It's Christmas Day. We have the new trailer drop for the Prelude in Violet patch 4.4 iteration for Final Fantasy XIV. And by God, that trailer is fantastic. If you haven't seen it yet, go and watch it. It's full to the brim of spoilerific stuff. They've included a lot of information and shown a lot of the bosses from the Alphascape raid, which is quite surprising. I didn't think they'd do quite as much. Either way, this video is actually looking at the Prelude in Violet 4.4 special site. I looked at this before, but as usual with these videos, I always look at updates to this website as they update it all the way up until launch. Today we have updates to the Hell's Keer section, housing, and additional updates. So without further ado, let's have a look at that. The first section then is about Hell's Keer with the Suzaku fight, and this is part of the 4 Lord side story quests. There are 2 images here, the first of Suzaku in this dress, floating elegantly there, shown prominently in the trailer if you've not seen it. Looks absolutely beautiful. And the second image is actually of one of the second phases where you'll be fighting Suzaku in humanoid form as this phoenix flies around the arena. I wasn't able to see the sheer fidelity of this model in the trailer, but it looks absolutely fantastic here. Almost a little bit like Trance Kuja. You could be forgiven for thinking that. Absolutely beautiful. So there's some text that goes with this. As the return of the Mad Auspice Koryu draws ever closer, Genbu of the 4 Lords seeks to marshal his comrade's strength. But while the White Tiger, Byakko, has been restored to his senses, the radiant Suzaku is on the verge of succumbing to the Ariatama. As before, there is but one way Suzaku can be brought back from the brink of madness. For the sake of the Ruby Sea and those who call her home, you and your comrades must quell the rage within the Auspice's soul. The next section to be updated is actually the housing section. We looked at that in a previous video, but we might as well go over it again here as well. First section is to do with mannequins. Essentially, these are new items that you can store your gear on. And the write-up for this includes furnishings aren't the only way to dress up your estate. Use mannequins to show off your favourite styles, or dream up entire ensembles for sale to clients seeking the latest fashions to come to Eorzea. One of the benefits from this is if you have a really cool glamour set, you can actually list the entire glamour set for sale individually, but it actually puts a tag next to your sale on the market board, so you can actually find where this person is selling it, come in person and actually look at the full glamour set in its entirety, so you can actually purchase all the parts for it, if they are actually saleable, of course. The second part here is about estate tags, and it shows an image here of the 3 tags you can set for your estate. This allows for people to RP their housing as taverns or shops or everything else. Essentially, it says running a tavern out of your estate, perhaps an aquarium in your apartment. Now you can use estate tags to let your fellow adventurers know what fun to expect the next time they drop by for a visit. This is really cool. We looked at this in the live letter breakdown as well, but essentially these tags will show up on the map and various filters to do with ward filters and allow people to come and actually visit cafes and taverns and stuff. This allows people to RP and is absolutely welcomed in this community so far, and I can only imagine it becoming really cool, especially if they add more interactions in the future to better serve these things, such as taverns. You know, it'd be really cool if they added workable pumps. Until then, people are really good at house designing, and you would not believe some of the stuff people have come up with. And the last 2 sections are Ceremony of Eternal Bonding and the Shifting Altars of Uznair. The Ceremony of Eternal Bonding celebrates your devotion to another player with a Ceremony of Eternal Bonding, now with new variations in decor for the chapel, and for those blessed couples who wish to relive their day of their union, you can now hold another ceremony to celebrate their anniversary, presumably with new rewards and packages on the Mog Station as well, which we'll get more information on closer to 4.4. And the last section on Shifting Altars of Uznair has 2 images. This is essentially like a roulette wheel sort of dungeon where you fight monsters, and if it lands on a sort of pink Atomos symbol, you're actually exited straight out of the dungeon. The challenge then is to not land on that and keep spinning until you get all the way to the end. The red diamond will give you the ultimate reward, and the second image there is just one of the bosses that you'll be facing. It is said within Uznair, beyond its meandering canals and hidden passageways, there exist altars used in worship of the gods. Should some hapless soul find their way to these sacred altars and perform the rites of old, will they be met with fortune or folly? Question mark. Ooh. Well, I'm looking forward to all of the content in 4.4. The content that's been shown off in the live letters so far has been quite exciting. The storyline looks to be an absolute doozy, and this website is getting updated quite regularly, and you can expect videos on this all the way up to and including the launch. Either way, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about these updates in the comment section below, and I'll see you all next time.